they never saw a priest, but when they see you coming, you see the joy, you see the expression of the presence of Jesus Christ you are bringing to them. I've baptized some people who are over 80 years in Lukulu in Kalabo. I've blessed the couples who have been living together for 50 years. And when they see me going to visit them, when they see me with them, that joy, the expression, is what is making me really to feel good in my vocation.
Lukwana is 60 kilometers from the main mission. But because of the terrain, it takes 2.5 hours to get there. There is a deep sand, so you go slow. There is a high school there, and we are building a new church, hoping that in the next few years it will be a parish on its own. Because looking at the population that is there, we are thinking that maybe after 10 years it will stand on its own as a parish.
Looking even at the distance from Rukona to Kalabo is really very far. Even when they come here, you can find that they spend about 2 days. They visit other outstations which are found around Rukona here. Even where they spend the night, you can see that they are really sacrificing. I think they are very committed, the priest.
The charism of the Oblate is to serve the poor people. And looking at Kalabo, it's one of the poorest places in Zambia. So being here, in a way, I'm also inspired by the words of Eugene, to have that zeal for the salvation of the souls. And these are the people we are trying to serve. We help them to understand that they are human beings, and then you bring them to that level where they understand that they are Christians. And hopefully, we help them to be saints.
One of my dreams when we became a diocese was to see if we could set up a radio station.
During rain season, most of the parts of the province are flooded with water, and this makes it impossible for priests to travel to reach out to the outstations. So Oblate decided that maybe if we could start something that will help us to reach out to the most abandoned. So that's how the idea of the establishment of the radio station came about.
People will tell you everywhere you go, what are they listening to? It's Radio Luseli. And the word Luseli means the light. You know, it's the Solozzi word for light. So it's bringing light into the lives of the people.
As a radio station, we should be involved in spreading the light of Christ through integral evangelization. Our programming should cover areas like education, spiritual, health programs, agriculture, and social and economic programs.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
On Mondays, we do live mass at 08 hours, and on Sundays, we do the pre-recorded mass. And that has been so helpful to most of our people, especially in outstations where priests do not go easily.
Lord, graciously hear us.
As a radio station, we are able to reach areas where even the national broadcaster is unable to reach. And we've received a number of letters of people being so appreciative of the job we are doing, saying, no, as a radio station, as Radio Luseli, you are helping us so well, because you are like our only companion.
We speak out on issues for the poor. We feel that we are the voice for the voiceless.
Sister Anne, I'll begin by asking you to give us a very brief background or an overview of the child trafficking situation.
I want to remind our listeners that child trafficking is comparatively new in Zambia.
People can only make informed decisions if they have the right information. And as a radio station, we feel and think that we have that great important role to play. But of course, that has landed us in problems at times. And I know, especially with our Zambian government, whenever there is something they are doing wrong, they always feel that as a radio station, that's no-go area. But as a radio station, we feel compelled to talk about the truth.
The Oblates have tried to put something that really shows that somebody has put in their very best. You know, I've had a lot of people come into our radio station and they're saying, wow, I've been all over the country. I've been to these other radio stations, but I've never seen a radio station as complete as your radio station. When I look towards this direction, I always see our mast, our tower. It's 100 meters, and it makes me very proud.
The Oblates are the agents of this place. It promotes farming inputs, it provides transport, also provides fuel. So at the moment we are so much into rice production. And in the rice production what we have done is we have come up with farming groups around Mongu district, and we promote that by trying to help them a little bit in financial and seed and providing techniques of farming.
John Paul II said, development is an integral part of evangelization. And that's what we're trying to do. You can't evangelize hungry people. You have to be able to feed them in order to evangelize them. And I think that the Oblates have really set the tone in this area, that they really are showing the people what they can do for themselves.
We don't see this as ordinary work, but we see it as ministry. So faith behind our work is actually the engine of everything that we do.
I find when I do these types of ministry, my own prayer life gets better because I have a tendency to be stretched by this ministry. So in some sense, it helps me. I don't know about the other people, but I think that part of the gospel message is not just to be speaking words, but it's how we live and act with each other.
The church is a little bit over 100 years in Zambia, but is still young as compared to other places where the missionaries started a long, long time ago. It's changing also the image of the priesthood here in Zambia.